Have you ever felt like people only remember you? When they need something, they ignore you, disrespect you, use your kindness, and somehow you still stay, still help them, still chase them, still beg to be valued. This is the story of a boy who spent most of his life trying to make everyone happy, until one painful moment destroyed him completely. And what happened after that changed the way he saw himself forever. Stay until the end, because this story might make you realize how much of yourself you've been giving away to people who never deserved it. Ryan was the kind of person everyone liked because he never said no. Need money? Ask Ryan. Need help moving furniture? Call Ryan. Need emotional support at 2 a.m.? Ryan would answer immediately. At first, he thought this made him a good person, but slowly, something dangerous started happening. People stopped appreciating him and started expecting him. One night, Ryan canceled an important job interview just to help a friend going through a breakup. He stayed awake until sunrise listening to him, giving advice, comforting him, trying to save him. 2 weeks later, that same friend threw a birthday party. Ryan wasn't invited, not even a message, nothing. When Ryan saw the photos online, something inside him cracked quietly. But he still told himself, maybe they just forgot. Because deep down, he was terrified of accepting the truth. People respected his usefulness, not him. The worst part? This wasn't new. It had been happening his entire life in school. Classmates copied his homework, but laughed at him behind his back. At work, coworkers dumped responsibilities on him while taking credit themselves. Even in relationships, Ryan kept giving love to people who only came back when they felt lonely. And every single time, he blamed himself. Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I need to try harder. Maybe if I become more helpful and people will finally value me. But they never did, because the more he abandoned himself, the more others did too. One rainy evening, Ryan sat alone in a small cafe after another exhausting day. Across the room, he noticed an older man sitting quietly reading a book. Calm, confident, peaceful, not trying to impress anyone, not chasing attention, just comfortable with himself. For some reason, Ryan couldn't stop looking at him. Then suddenly, the old man closed his book and asked, "Why do you look so tired?" Ryan forced a smile. "Long day." The man stared at him for a moment, then said something Ryan would never forget. "No, you're tired because you keep carrying people who would never carry you." Ryan froze, because for the first time in years, someone saw straight through him. The old man leaned back and continued softly. Kindness without self-respect becomes self-destruction. Silence. Ryan felt those words hit somewhere deep inside him. The old man smiled sadly. People teach others how to treat them, and you have been teaching people to use you. Ryan sat silently in the cafe. Rain hit the windows softly. The old man's words kept repeating inside his head. You have been teaching people to use you. At first, his mind tried to reject the idea, but deep down, he knew it was true, because suddenly, memories started returning. Every ignored message after helping someone, every fake apology, every time people disappeared once they got what they wanted. And the painful part? Ryan realized something terrifying. He had spent years trying to earn love by sacrificing himself. The old man looked at him calmly, then asked, "Tell me, when was the last time you respected your own time?" Ryan stayed silent. "When was the last time you said no without feeling guilty?" Silence again. The old man nodded slowly. "That's the problem. You are so afraid of disappointing others that you disappoint yourself every day." Those words hit harder than anything Ryan had ever heard before, because suddenly, he realized how exhausted he truly was, not physically, emotionally. Before leaving, the old man stood up slowly and said, "The people who truly value you will not disappear when you stop overgiving." Then he walked away into the rain, and Ryan sat there alone, staring at his reflection in the cafe window. For the first time in years, he saw someone completely drained. Not because life was unfair, because he had abandoned himself trying to keep everyone else happy. The next morning, Ryan's phone exploded with messages. "Bro, can you help me move today? Can you cover my shift? Can I borrow money again?" Normally, he would say yes immediately, even if he was tired, even if he had important work, even if it hurt him. But this time, his fingers stopped above the keyboard. His heart started racing, because for the first time in his life, he typed one uncomfortable word. No. Then he stared at the screen nervously, almost guilty, almost selfish. But something strange happened. The world didn't end. A few minutes later, the replies came. Some people became cold immediately. Some acted offended. One friend even replied, "Wow, you've changed." That message hurt Ryan deeply, because people often become angry when they lose access to someone they were benefiting from. For the next few weeks, Ryan felt lonely, very lonely. Some people stopped calling, some disappeared completely, and honestly, that hurt more than he expected, because he started realizing something painful. Many relationships in his life were built on what he could give, not who he was. One evening, Ryan sat alone in his apartment expecting to feel empty, but instead, he felt something unfamiliar. Peace, no pressure, no fake conversations, no emotional exhaustion, just silence, healthy silence. And slowly, that silence started healing him. Ryan began focusing on himself for the first time in years. He returned to the interview he once canceled, started exercising again, read books, spent more time with his parents, protected his energy carefully, and little by little, the insecure boy who needed validation from everyone started disappearing. Months passed, then something unexpected happened. People started treating him differently. Coworkers respected his boundaries. Friends spoke to him more carefully. Even strangers sensed a different energy from him. Not arrogance, not coldness, confidence, because self-respect changes the way the world sees you. One afternoon, the same friend who never invited him to the birthday party suddenly called again. "Bro, I need a favor." Ryan smiled quietly, not angrily, not bitterly, just aware. Then calmly replied, "Sorry, I can't." And for the first time in his life, he did not feel guilty. That night, Ryan looked at himself in the mirror, and something felt different. For years, he searched for respect from other people. But now, for the first time, he finally had his own. And honestly, that feeling was worth more than anyone's approval. Listen carefully. Being kind is beautiful. Helping people is beautiful. But destroying yourself to keep others comfortable is not kindness. It is self-neglect, because people will use you for as long as you allow them to. And the moment you start respecting yourself, some people will disappear. Let them. Because losing fake people is not a loss. It is freedom. So if you are watching this right now, ask yourself honestly, how many times have you betrayed yourself just to avoid disappointing others? And how much longer will you continue begging for respect instead of building it within yourself? Because one day, you will realize something powerful. The moment you stop chasing validation is the moment you finally become free. If this story spoke to you, write this in the comments. I know my worth. And subscribe to Mindset Tales Studio for more emotional, motivational stories about discipline, confidence, mindset, self-respect, and life-changing lessons. Remember, the way people treat you often begins with the way you treat yourself.